Hello, everybody. Zon gets 134 here.
And as always, I am Average Joe Squad.
And we interrupt your regularly scheduled Summer of America's Ass to bring you a special news bulletin.
If you have matching license plates, you die.
No. Well, that is very rude to do, I suppose. In case you haven't guessed, it's October 6th. Well, actually October 7th at the time of this recording. And we just got out of James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. So,
Not to be confused with the piece of shit, just Suicide Squad.
Yeah. We have to have the "the" to separate them. So this movie, I think, I want to say we heard about this, like, late winter 2019?
I want to say we heard about it, and then we saw a trailer at some point last year.
Yeah, I want to say this got delayed.
Maybe it was earlier this year. Because of last year, everything's blended kind of together.
Well, one thing this actually was supposed to come out, like, earlier this year / last year, but...
Doo-doo. You know what?
Yeah, doo-doo, you know what?
Pushed back.
Yeah, everything was pushed back. And so it came out now. And this was one of those movies where it was just fraught with people, like, all sorts of celebrities. You had, like, Christopher Eccleston, a.k.a. the 12th Doctor. You had Michael Rooker, Sylvester Stallone, John Cena, like...
Which I remember when we heard this was going to happen, you and me were both like, well, James Gunn's involved, so it might be good. Yeah. It's also a DC movie, so 50-50, it's going to be shit.
Yeah.
50-50, it's going to be okay.
Then I was kind of worried because, like, due to the controversy surrounding James Gunn, which...
We're not going
to dive into. You can find someone else who can explain it better than us.
Bucket of Worms. Not going to go there. Not even a Star Wars reference.
Which originally... Because originally, I think they kind of were hoping he would, I think, be kind of their Kevin Feige. But then Disney's like, no, motherfucker, you come back. We need you at least for Guardians 3. And
it'd be funny if he just does both.
I mean, it would be funny, but like I
don't know if they'll let him do that though.
Yeah, I have a feeling the mouse's money will probably entice him over.
I cannot spend fucking Warner Brothers.
Yeah, but. So yeah, I did go into this hoping it would be pretty good. I was worried a little bit it would feel basically just like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, that's kind of what I suspected, because really, I've never really seen any other James Gunn movies, so I didn't really have something to kind of like gauge where it was at.
Well, actually, you might have, but you only saw it once. It was Scooby-Doo 2: Monsters Unleashed.
No, I've actually never seen that.
Have you ever seen that fully?
No.
Oh.
Never seen that fully.
Well, yeah, he directed that.
And I'm glad I didn't, because that movie's fucking terrible. Yeah, I've seen the reviews of it enough to know.
Yeah, he did direct that. Well, to be fair, that was more because of I think the producer, the writer of that was the guy who wrote Beverly Hills Chihuahua. Which...
Digress.
But anyway.
So I was kind of like, is it going to be like Guardians? Is it going to be Guardians, but it's going to be ramped up because it's an R rating?
Yeah.
Which was really my biggest thing, was I saw it was going to be rated R, and I'm like... Okay, anticipation is up.
Yeah.
Because usually, when shit gets rated R, it usually is pretty good.
And given my track record with Margot Robbie as Harley, and almost all the movies she's been in has been terrible, I was like, oh, please let this be good. I really like her as Harley, and I want to like her.
You wanted her as Harley in a good fucking movie.
Yeah, I want to. Which, thank God. But before we even get started talking about it, this movie is a solid 9 out of 10. It is really, really good. It is pretty much what I wanted from the original Suicide Squad.
Exactly. Which I remember you and I were talking about in the theater, is kind of just talking about like the film really picked a mood and stuck with it, rather than the first one, which, and before anybody lights up the comments or anything. Yeah. Yes, I know it was chopped to pieces. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
That movie couldn't pick what it wanted to be, and it fucking was evident.
Yeah, which...
I don't care whose fault it was. That was the end result.
Yeah. And so, like, yeah, because, like, you have scenes where, like, they're all sitting around the bar, and you're, like... And you're supposed to feel bad for them, but, like, they're the villains. Like, you don't... I mean, yeah, they're doing the heroic stuff now, but, like, that was kind of their job. But no, here, I honestly... Like, from the moment we watched the one task team get completely annihilated on the beach... it was done really, really gory and dark, but at the same time, it had this kind of humor to it. Like, yeah, it's a dark movie, but it's not so dark you can't enjoy it.
Yeah, it's kind of the dark. It's really the dark kind of like black humor that is like you and I really like because it's just funny.
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of ways in like to be like a slightly more serious like Deadpool.
Yeah.
Where like, because like I love those movies, but I will admit like it takes it's a little too tongue in cheek for some people, but like here I think they hit this really nice balance, and it works really well throughout this whole movie. I also like that we got a lot more of like characters you don't really know. Because one of the things I will admit in the first Suicide Squad,
we get kind of exhausted from like A and B level characters kind of dominating the movie.
Well, even then, like I knew a lot of the characters from God fucking damn it, Riley. From the original Squad, like Deadshot and
What do you want, you animal? We're fucking filming.
I was just gonna say I love the part where Weasel comes back in the Act 2 and saves everyone when the general has him pinned down from the super mega kaiju.
That's
the best part. The Weasel
My favorite was that star who escaped through Hollow Earth.
Huh?
I loved that star who escaped from Hollow Earth.
God damn it.
Yeah.
God damn it.
And luckily the Weasel uses the super underground secret.
Open the door, let him cameo.
highways.
Get the fuck in here.
God fucking damn it.
Get the fuck in here, you animal.
The fuck in here. And so then, after the Weasel escapes and saves everyone, he personally takes down Hitler for the second time. And I am just so impressed by how they could cast a silent character in such a phenomenal way. And I can't wait to see his very own solo movie.
I'm gonna remember this, you two, when we film the anniversary movie. The anniversary
Wow, you
episode.
were going to review it with us? We can restart it so you can still do it.
I was just poking. I was coming over to tell you guys about my favorite part. The Weasel. The best character. His entire character arc was phenomenal. They poured so much time and effort, and it shows. Like, I'm sure you're thinking, you're like, wait, when does he get his time and development? And what is his character arc? But you're going to have to watch the movie to find out. It is truly the best part. I know you're thinking, like, when's it going to come along? It's going to come along. Don't you worry. You just keep waiting. It's there. It gets better. It's like a whole arc from where he starts to where he ends. It's amazing. Like, it just shows a massive character transformation that is revolutionary. Never before seen in any piece of cinema history. It is truly the pinnacle of everything. This should get him a Grammy. Like, Leonardo DiCaprio's, like, Oscar, it is an absolute joke and undeserved in comparison to the Weasel. The acting, superb. Just phenomenal. Just unbelievable.
In case you didn't know, they have all the big companies have Riley make the trailers for the movie because they only give him the first half, so he has to make shit up.
What are you talking about? The Weasel's the core character. He makes all the big decisions.
I thought he was a fucking werewolf the whole time.
I thought he was a ferret.
Well, that's been our review of the Suicide Squad, everybody. Come back next week for more Summer of America's Ass.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm sorry, gets 134.
And I'm Aaron Show Squad.
No, it's not going to be the end of it.
There's no way.
But it is for me, because the Weasel's coming to take me out of here, and I got a zippity-zoppity-zoo.
Well, remember, Riley, when you say that sort of thing, that someone's going to be watching this when you guys sit down together.
Well, he's on the run from Scotty. So.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, I better get going. The Weasel has a phenomenal sense of smell. Alright, you boys take care.
Okay. That was Riley,
That was our
everybody.
guest star appearance, Riley, who came to see the movie with us tonight.
Yeah.
So anyway, as we were saying,
I can't remember where we were at.
I remember where we were at.
Okay.
We were talking about the beginning where they basically they kill everybody off. We were talking about how it's kind of nice to have and B list level characters.
Because like even in the first the first Suicide Squad, like almost all those characters were characters you knew, or like if you have any sort of like
even in passing you might have heard of them,
like,
or if you've seen like an animated show, they might have been
like
in it.
I think the most obscure character in that was the Spanish dude who had like the fire demon inside of him, El Diablo.
Yeah.
Because like otherwise, like that and the Native American dude that like his whole thing was like he climbed with ropes that was only really there to die, because no, but like here like almost every character in this was like really obscure. Like,
Except maybe King Shark. King Shark.
well,
I
except
think,
maybe
has really
King.
been
Well,
the
yeah, King
breakout
Shark
recently.
just because of like his popularity with the Harley Quinn cartoon. Which, oh my god, I can't wait for season 3 to come out. It needs to hurry up. Then also next month with the Eat Bang Kill Tour starting physical release, but which you should read those. It looks really good. And I don't just say that because Harley and Ivy have sex in that first issue, although that does certainly help. But no, like you had characters like Mongal, who like is like I guess a female version of Mongol, the guy who has War World and like constantly fights Superman, to like Javelin and like Peacemaker. Like I literally never heard of almost half these characters before.
Peacemaker, I've heard in passing.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard a couple of these before. Like, I kind of... By no, I mean, I've seen the name
Yeah.
in passing. Other than that, jack shit.
Yeah, also, holy shit, Bloodsport? I kind of wish they'd give him a solo movie, because I would watch a whole movie of him just fucking
People up.
Yeah, oh my god, he was super cool. Like, he was probably my favorite in this, just because, like... I mean, granted, he obviously had, like, one of the bigger story arcs of...
Yeah.
His, like, growing, like, friendship with Ratcatcher, too.
Which, I actually think I liked Ratcatcher probably the best. I went into this thinking King Shark was going to be my boy.
Yeah.
And he still is.
He is, but, like, he's clearly more, like... more comic book accurate than, sadly, the King Shark from the Harley Quinn show, who's played by Sylvester Stallone. And if you didn't know that, you wouldn't be able to tell, which is like the only thing I feel like is kind of Guardians of the Galaxy. Well, because like I'm like he was basically Groot this entire film, which don't get me wrong, but like I mean, granted he's funny in a different way because he constantly tries to eat people.
Yeah.
Also liked his friendship with Ratcatcher too. I honestly, I think
I really liked Ratcatcher.
I think the only really character that I know anything, well, two characters I knew of, and again, it's because I'm a big fucking nerd, is Ratcatcher, because a Batman villain, and Polka Dot Man, also a Batman villain. I want to say he was like one of the 60s villains that Batman
I remember
dealt with,
Polka Dot
right?
Man because we showed him to Cody one time, and Cody's exact reaction was, "Get that shit the fuck out of here."
I was also really surprised we got fucking Calendar Man and Crazy Quilt in this movie. They only show up for like the
when I saw the fucking the tattoos, I'm like, "Yo, is that fucking Calendar Man?"
Yeah, no, I was like, holy shit.
Like, you and I both had that same reaction, looking at each other like, "Yo, that's Calendar Man."
Yeah, well, I mean, granted, it's more accurate to the Long Halloween Calendar Man, because comic book Calendar Man normally is a fucking... Well, actually, nowadays...
Well, he kind of looked like Arkham.
Yeah.
A little bit, too.
Well, Arkham is more or less the Long Halloween Calendar Man. I mean, granted, nowadays he does look like that Calendar Man, because, like, let's be honest, what else are we going to make him look like? He's a fucking joke. But no, I was really, really impressed. Like, just how much we played... Like, well, and of course, the other character that everyone fucking knows, Harley Quinn, played by Margot Robbie, who is phenomenal in this. If I were to really give any sort of minor complaints, it felt like she really didn't get to be in this movie very much. Which, I mean, granted, a lot of it's because she was with the task force team that got taken out in, like, the first 10 minutes. But, like, when she was there, she was funny as shit. Like, from her romance with the dictator to, like, just murdering people left, right, and center.
Actually, when she shot him, I wasn't expecting it. It's like that. I don't know if you saw that gunshot actually made me jump, because I was not expecting.
No,
it was so fucking loud.
Yeah, I also didn't expect it, because like,
holy shit, that had a bullet in it.
I can't believe that had a bullet.
Like, I'm amazed that fired.
Yeah, given that was like a...
Usually those are ceramics. They're not meant to be fucking shot.
Yeah, I was going to say, that looked like it was a decorative pistol. But yeah, no, I like I said, like almost every character in this, you're not going to know, except for the big spoiler, which we kind of revealed during our little tete-a-tete with Riley, but big spoilers here if you don't want to be spoiled by like the big twist of this movie.
Well, fucker, we've already been spoiling.
Yeah.
People aren't going to watch a review on this channel unless they want spoilers.
But I just kind of, for people that, if they didn't want to hear this part, but the Task Force X was sent to Corto Maltese, which fucking referencing Dark Knight Returns, because that was the island that Superman was fighting the Cubans and Russians over for in that book, are sent there because the ruling family was killed by this dictator. And it was all over this weapon that they have in this insane asylum that was originally developed as like a laboratory for the Nazis after World War II, which didn't expect that after all.
Yeah, I was like, damn, we get Nazi references?
They have this thing they call the Beast. What it actually is Starro the fucking Conqueror.
Yeah, well, they call it Project Starfish, and you and me were like, oh, is that what we think it is?
And then they show clips of these astronauts with this giant fucking starfish with an eye in it. And I'm like, they're doing Starro? Which I was blown away because I was like, what are they gonna do? What are they going here for? Like, because a lot of times the Suicide Squad, their whole thing is they just do like dirty work missions for the government. And a lot of times it's not really that interesting. And then it was fucking Starro. And they make Starro actually fucking terrifying in this. Because, like, in the comics, he's cool. I mean, he's one of the bigger, like, Justice League villains. Like, his
he was on the cover of the very first Justice League of America issue, number 1.
It literally took the entirety of the founding Justice League members, which was Batman, Superman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, The Flash...
I think Martian Manhunter.
Yeah, Martian Manhunter, because Martian Manhunter's been a staple of that book since like it's, but basically, it took all of them to down Starro, and so like these nobodies are gonna fight Starro, and they do a pretty good fucking job. Like the climax of this film is actually really impressive, given like the power set here.
The cinematography was fucking tight.
Oh yeah, no,
real tight.
Like they did a lot of continuous shots, even if they weren't always completely continuous. But like if they did do cuts, you really don't notice. Like that scene where Bloodsport and Peacemaker are killing all those dudes, and they're constantly going back and forth trying to like try to show off the other who's cooler. Like it really, really was nicely edited, and again going back to that scene where Harley kills all those dudes. Like, holy shit, it was really well done. Anything you want to...
Sorry, I zoned out there a little bit. But, yeah, overall, I'm just going to say, like, this was so much more of an improvement over the first one, like, in every fucking possible way.
Oh, yeah.
And, I mean, I know I mentioned this to you while we were watching it. I think it really shows that just the amount of creative control James Gunn had over this damn thing.
Yeah.
Because I remember reading somewhere that basically he said Warner Brothers told him use whoever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
They didn't give a shit. Use whoever you want.
Yeah, like, honestly...
They opened the vault.
Yeah.
Do whatever the fuck you want. You're good.
Honestly, I kind of hope that if given how well this worked, I would not be opposed to them maybe taking Gail Simone's Secret Six run and making it into a movie. Like, having characters like Catman and Bane and Scandal Savage... Like, that would be really cool to see. Granted, I've not read all of Gail Simone's Secret Six run. I mostly know, which I want to pick up, but this definitely feels a lot like her run on Suicide Squad.
When Catwoman Core posts them on the Facebook.
Well, she also did a run on Suicide Squad, and it was like stuff like this, where like they show off these really obscure characters, and they give them so much love and care. It makes you really feel for them. Like, I had no idea who the fuck Bloodsport was when I went into this, but at the end of it, I'm like, holy shit, he looks awesome, and I want more of him.
Yeah.
There's very few times where like a comic book thing makes me give like a huge shit for like these obscure characters.
And I mean, like all the cast again turned in a top-notch effort. I mean, I don't really think there was any slouch in the entire movie.
Yeah. And like I said, like the only real complaints I really have is just the fact that like Harley's not nearly in it as much. Like, granted, I mostly because like I really love Margot Robbie as Harley. It's just a shame that like
the two movies we've really had her in have not been fucking good.
Yeah, like Suicide Squad was
a fucking disaster.
And you all remember my fucking feelings about Birds of Prey, which I still love that people try to be like, no, it's Birds of Prey. I'm like, no, that was the Harley Quinn show guest starring the Birds of Prey. And also watching Cassandra Cain get used so poorly, she's never going to show up in another fucking movie. Although I do think the
crazy fucking vehicles we see at late at night.
Yeah, like,
what the fuck?
We saw like a semi truck that was
A
like
Domino's
a Domino's semi truck, which I'm
Some
like,
dude just came by in a fucking dune buggy. Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? Meadville at 1 a.m.
yeah. Which speaking of real quick, you want to talk about the trailers real quick because we haven't done
Yeah,
that. In a
sure.
while.
I mean, we when the trailers actually started, I looked at Adam like, "You ready to see the same 4 Marvel trailers again?"
yeah, I know, I love you said that.
Because
Like,
the last couple movies I've gone to, when I went and saw Cruella, I got almost all fucking Marvel trailers, which I'm not opposed to. I love watching the trailers for those. Then we went and saw Black Widow, and I remember telling you, these are the same fucking trailers in the same fucking order. I joked you not. They were all the same. Then I went and saw Black Widow again.
yeah.
Obviously, same fucking trailers. So we went into this, and I told him, like, you want to watch the same fucking Then we got something different. I'm like, what?
Yeah, we got
Obviously, I think it's because Warner Brothers is distributing this.
What was the first one we got?
The Batman.
Yeah, we got the Batman, which
Looks okay.
yeah, I'm not a big
I'm
fan
really
of.
reserving judgment until I see the actual movie.
Because everything looks fine. My only real complaint is I'm not a big fan of the design they picked for the Riddler. Because they made him look like a fucking gimp.
They made him look like the Zodiac.
Yeah, they
Like,
made him
what
look
the
like the
fuck?
Zodiac Killer. Which I'm
Like, we got Doug for that.
and I get it, because like no one takes the fucking Riddler seriously, which
Is sad.
is sad, because like again,
The Riddler can be fucking terrifying.
yeah, like I actually really like the way they used him in the Arkham games. Like I know people get annoyed because of all the fucking trophies, but I really like the way they play him up almost like he's Jigsaw, where he tests people with like these deadly games of like knowledge and like puzzle solving. So like it worked for him because like he tortures people by trying, but to him he's like, no, I'm not torturing you. I'm trying to make you smarter. Like a child should be able to figure this out. You know, and like his obsession with Batman, which I feel like here we're just trying to like make everything as dark and gritty as possible. And like I said, I want to like it because like it looks stylized like I like.
It's a different take. you
Yeah.
know, which we really haven't. I feel like we've kind of been playing color by numbers lately.
Yeah.
I'm like, give me something different.
Yeah, which
Let's see something crazy.
Like I said, I think it'll be good. I have a little
yeah.
hesitancy to be like
I'm
judging
trying
by
to
the
reserve
trailers.
judgment because as much as I don't like the story and I do not like the author,
Yeah.
Dark Knight Returns was a departure at that point from what
Yeah.
was the norm. I view it as this is just as much a departure from the norm. It might be good, it might be bad.
But
Until I see it,
Yeah.
I don't really want to walk into it thinking, well, it's going to be bad. It's going to be good.
it is-
I want to walk into it and just be like, let's see what happens.
It is fun watching Batman beat the shit out of the Nostalgia Critics roving gang of bad guys.
That scene still fucking annihilates me because it's so funny.
No, oh my god.
Batman when you have an eighth.
We have an eighth. What the hell are you supposed to be? Vengeance.
We get that fucking Nirvana song
Yeah.
over it, and it's still so creepy.
No,
They didn't edit that at all. That's just how that song is. I should know because I'm a Nirvana fan.
we got Dune, which
Looks really good.
Looks really good.
I want to read the book before we go see that, but I'm definitely interested in seeing that.
I mean it looks good, and it can't be any more goofy than David Lynch's fucking version of that book.
Which I have on DVD.
Which
I've never seen.
I've seen snippets of it, and I know a lot of the memes from it, like, you know, Father, the Signer has awakened. Long live the fighters! And they'll know that it was I, Baron Harkonnen. Which I hope he's a fucking fat bastard in this movie. I don't mean that like he's Mike Myers' fat bastard. I mean he is a fat fucking bastard.
And like I said, I'm probably gonna watch that and read the book before we go see it. Just like kind of have like a judge of like, okay, where's this coming from?
I just hope there's also a little bit less weird incest shit between the main character and his mom than there is in the movie.
That might actually be in the book though.
Well, I don't think the book means to come off as this weird ancestral thing between him and his mom. I think it's just the way that like David Lynch wrote it.
You'd be surprised.
Oh, no. Okay.
Knowing old school sci-fi, you'd be surprised.
I mean, fair. Like, I don't know. It comes off like that one version of Hamlet I saw in high school where they made it seem like Hamlet wanted to bang his mom, which like.
So let's get off this before YouTube's like, no, demonetize this shit. Not that we're making any money off this channel anyway, but
This is an observation of the movies I watched.
that's why we need to set a Patreon up.
Yeah. Was that all the trailers we got?
No. There was one more. What was it?
Oh shit. It's Dune. I hope we're not mistaking
that weird fucking scream. Turn off your cell phone. In the theater
oh my god,
thing,
we're
which
like
you and
we're
I were
Ghost.
both like, is this a trailer?
Yeah, because like it turned it like it seemed like a trailer because Ghostface Killer comes out of nowhere, kills this guy who's being rude during the movie, and then it's just turn off your cell phone. I'm like, the fuck? I almost want him to pick up the dude's phone and be like, "What's your favorite scary movie?"
Yeah, that might have been it.
Yeah, I think that might have been it because I think there was only those 2 trailers, which they're good. I'm curious about that new Dune film. It certainly looks like it's going to be a little bit more interesting in terms of like scope, but that's just because of CG. Then it's going to be hilarious seeing MJ from the Spider-Man movies as
Zendaya.
I feel so. I kind of feel bad for her because like everyone just remembers her as the MJ no one likes. Which is a shame because I don't mind her character in those movies, but I know a lot of people are pissed because she's Mary Jane, but she's not.
Yeah, she's Michelle Jones. She's a different character.
Yeah, I know what they said, but I feel like they really only did that because after everyone got so mad.
Well, here's the thing. I actually don't think they intended to. You know why? Because they didn't pay to use MJ's character.
No, I mean fair.
So that just tells me I'm like, you guys all along had no intention of doing this.
You know.
But anyway,
forgive me for sounding so cynical, but anyway, I do love that like a lot of the characters in the first Task Force that got blown away were guys from the first film, as if James Gunn is just putting a big middle finger on screen, like, nah, fuck you, I'm gonna do this right.
Boomerang God, he gets fucked up.
Oh no, I'm like, damn, I know people didn't like that character in that movie, but jeez, he got really fucked up.
Pretty much everybody did.
Yeah, poor Savant. Savant saw how FUBAR shit went. He was just like, nah, I'm getting the fuck out of here. And then Waller fucking blew his head off. Also points to the lady who plays Miranda Waller. She is...
Oh, yeah, she's fantastic.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
She was one of the better parts of the first movie.
Yeah. Other than when she tries to tell Rick that she was right about the Suicide Squad after the fucking witch like almost murders her and creates a giant portal in the sky because we're ripping off Avengers. Thankfully, there was no fucking giant portal in the sky in this one.
Yeah.
Also, oh my god, that shit with Polka Dot Man being mad at the bus driver who was helping them out just got fucking murdered. His name was Milton.
Who?
Milton, our bus driver. Now, I feel like I remember a Milton.
It's not a common name.
It's not a common name. Oh my god.
That was so fucking random, but it was so funny.
Also... that scene where Harley murders a dude with her thighs. Look, thank you, James Gunn.
That whole sequence of her just blowing this entire fucking place away, fucking dual wielding and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes.
It was nice to see that, like, because I always love that because Margot Robbie really gets into the character when she does, like, she's even like trained herself in like the gymnastics and like the.
It's kind of like how Brie Larson like really works out and stuff for Captain Marvel. So like the muscles aren't CGI'd in. That's actually her.
Well, I just like it, like they really give the idea that like Harley can like move with her feet and like when she tiptoes up the guard's body to get the keys after she murders him, like it's just. Or like when she pulls herself up with her feet and unlocks the locks on her hands with her feet, like it's just really nice to see like someone who knows how Harley should move and just seeing her, you know, doing like the the handstands. And only real complaint is I wish she would have gotten to have a bat or like a mallet, just because Harley's normally
she had a javelin.
Well, she did have a javelin from Javelin, which that scene was hilarious.
For who?
For who? He didn't tell me who I was supposed to have this for.
That killed me. The funniest part for me in the whole movie, and Adam knows what I'm going for, because I was laying in there dying, is there's this scene where like they catch King Shark trying to eat Ratcatcher.
Yeah.
And they're all sleeping. So like Peacekeeper shows up in just his fucking underwear, like he's tiny whiteies.
Yeah.
And Bloodsport looks at him. He's like, "What about you? Why are you in your underwear? Tiny whiteies? Well, that's just racist." I'm like, what the fuck?
I think the joke is...
I'm sitting there just crying, basically.
I think he thought it was like a penis joke, like what Cena, or what Peacemaker thought.
That's just racist.
And oh my god, John Cena is really fucking funny as Peacemaker. Like you can tell, like...
I don't care how many men, women, and children I have to kill to get it. I thought you were the crazy one. I am.
And Polka Dot, man. They make you feel so sorry for him. His life is fucking miserable. But no, I actually was blown away by, like, you could tell John Cena was like, no, you want me in this ridiculous costume. You want me to, like...
Fuck y'all. I do that for a living.
I do that for a living. I'm John Cena. You can't see me. No, I actually was... I feel like he did this purely because he wanted to be like, nah, I'm going to do a movie before The Rock gets to be Black Adam, and I'm going to be way more popular.
Maybe more fucking violent in it.
Yeah, because, like, which I am looking forward to that Black Adam movie. That's going to be fucking really good. There are so many weird-ass fucking
colored
cars
rims,
tonight.
which I'm pretty sure those are illegal, by the way.
Like, colored rims, dune buggies, a fucking...
I hate to be that kind of a killjoy, but if I was a cop, man, I would just sit somewhere and be like, oh, pulling you over, because that's not fucking legal. Is it hurting anybody? No, but I don't give a shit, because it's not legal.
No, I was actually, like, yeah, there's just so much really good in this. I think we can start wrapping it up here. Like I said, I'm rating this a 9 out of 10.
I'm also going to rate this a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, there's just so much good in this. It's really worth your time if you want to watch something that's, like...
Something that's actually good. Yeah,
like because to be honest, I didn't think I'd like this nearly as much. I actually kind of like this more than Black Widow when we. Not that it's really like to compare. It's just of the two of them, I kind of like this a little bit more.
See, I'm the opposite, but that's just me.
Yeah, like, well, I think more just because like I was so pleasantly like I love Black Widow and I knew what I was getting into.
This was kind of more of like a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, which is probably why I liked it just a little bit more because I'm just like, oh. DC can actually do fucking good shit, which they have. I love Shazam. I loved Aquaman. The first Wonder Woman was great. Apparently, Wonder Woman.
People have noticed, like, aren't you guys ever going to review 84? Yeah, when I watch it.
Yeah,
I own it and I still haven't opened it.
Yeah, because like I've heard so many people tell me it was bad, and apparently they let Gal Gadot direct it, which I'm like, okay, like nothing against her, just
I'm not usually a fan of that because I'm just like...
Yeah. It almost seems like this is a passion
focus on
piece.
the character you're playing. You don't need to direct and
Yeah.
like... Because that's more attention diverted from the product, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, focus on playing the character, let someone else do the directing.
That's probably why a lot of people had complaints of that movie, because I'm like, just because you're a really good actor doesn't mean you can direct. And I'm not saying that before anyone says, because she's a woman or anything. Just 9 times out of 10, you can't act and direct.
Yeah,
because it's just
William
not a good
Shatner.
idea.
Fucking perfect example, William Shatner.
Yeah, Star Trek 5. I need 3-headed Catwoman and giant rock monsters.
And on the opposite side of the coin, Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah,
with Star Trek 3. Great
4.
fucking. Oh, is it 4?
Yeah, it's 4.
Yeah, great performance out of that. And again, there are some who can do it and there's some who can't. It's always kind of a toss of the coin. Is it going to be good or is it going to be good?
Yeah. But anyway, again, that's for when we do 84 eventually. Otherwise, no, I really, really love this. It just came out this week. Get to theaters if you can.
Otherwise, it's on HBO Max.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, did it go
For
on HBO?
no additional cost.
Really?
I'm pretty sure HBO doesn't do that.
Oh.
HBO is just like, you have subscription, you have movie.
Yeah, at least they're. I mean, I would have paid for this if I.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure HBO does it for free.
Oh, that's nice.
It just is included with your subscription.
We're saying it's HBO. They're like, we're HBO. People fucking buy it.
They're just like, we don't give a shit.
But yeah, no, it's in theaters now. It's a really, really fun thing. If you're a big fan of like the Harley Quinn show, I'd actually say this is.
It's really a lot of the jokes are kind of in the same style.
Yeah,
like the violence is definitely on par with it.
Yeah. If you like that, and you've been like us waiting for fucking season 3 to finally drop, this is a pretty good substitute. So yeah, no, I would recommend going to see it.
So would I.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, it is late as shit.
And I want to go home.
Yeah.
I have a 25-minute drive ahead of me.
Yeah, I got work in the morning.
I'm gonna be up at 8 to go through store shopping.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, we hope you enjoy this. More of Summer of America's Ass is coming up. And at the end of the month, the 2-year anniversary of Remember the Hyphen. So look forward to that. But until then, guys, I'm Zongetsu134.
And I'm Ever Joe Squad.
And as always,
we're going to ask you
to remember the hyphen
and take care
of America's ass.